Industries for the Blind presents Blind Living Radio, where you'll hear interesting topics, fun stories, and important news about our blind and visually impaired community. It's time now for Blind Living Radio. Blind Living Radio, dedicated to enhancing the blind and visually impaired community while enlightening and educating others. BlindLivingRadio.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Blind Living Radio. This is our first ever episode, so welcome aboard. My name is Danielle Crapo. I am one half of the hosting team here, and my co-host is a Mr. Harley Thomas. Say hello, Harley.
Hello, Danielle, and hello, Blind Living Radio fans.
It's a pretty exciting day today, isn't it?
It's very exciting to be able to do a podcast of living radio.
I like
with you,
it.
Danielle.
And with you, too. And we have a very special guest in the studio today, Miss
Yes, we
Katina.
do.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Katina. Welcome.
Thanks. Great to be here. I'm really excited to be part of your first episode.
Well, the only other thing more exciting than the first episode of Blind Living Radio is the website work that you help us with.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we've been doing some really great stuff on the web. For all you listeners out there, we've got a great website that we just launched,
BlindLivingRadio.com.
Yeah, .com.
We love
Right.
Blind Living Radio.
We do. You can find ways to get a hold of us, ways to send us messages there. Once we get an archive, you'll be able to get archives from there and stream them on your device of your choice. I prefer the iPhone myself.
You prefer the iPhone?
I do. And going on with the technology theme of today's episode, our sponsor, Industries for the Blind, is doing some great stuff on their new website as well, which Katina also helped with.
Katina helped our sponsor.
She did.
However, she is not the sponsor, but she worked with the sponsor.
Correct.
I did work with the sponsor, yes.
And Katina, just so we all know, what kind of phone do you carry?
I carry an iPhone as well. I just upgraded to the iPhone 5, so very excited.
Sassy.
Yeah.
You know, Danielle.
In gold.
Oh,
In gold.
better.
Yeah.
Danielle used to use an iPhone, and then she defected. Danielle, what did you defect to
What
and
happened?
why? What happened?
Well-
What was your experience?
Okay, so I've had the iPhone. I believe the first accessible model was the 3GS, and accessibility is when a device or, a website or something is accessible to everyone, whether they're disabled or anything like that. In my case, I'm actually blind. I was born blind, and so I rely a lot on hearing. And the iPhone, seeing it doesn't have a QWERTY keyboard or anything, it's just a touch screen, they put in a software called VoiceOver. So I've been using the iPhone since 2010, and then for some reason, I went crazy last month, and I went to the LG Flex, which...
The LG.
Right.
Now, the iPhone, it's got a glass screen, Danielle. How in the heck do you navigate that? You're blind.
Well, VoiceOver really
I'm not
helps.
blind, by the way. Just
No,
so everyone
Harley's
knows.
sighted.
So
Harley's the driver when we travel.
I do get to drive when we travel.
You mean you don't drive, Danielle?
Sometimes, but not on the open roads, no.
But Danielle, sorry, back to the LG Flex, which was as big as my head.
It's I think the common term for the phones of that size is a phablet. So it's like a phone tablet hybrid. So
Tablet.
there's some speech
Fabulous.
software. Fabulous phablet, is it? So there's some speech software on the Android platform or operating system. It's called TalkBack, and I was all excited. I got this LG Flex, this massive gargantuan thing, and I was excited because A, it's a new device, and B, I'd need a bigger purse, right, for it.
And if you needed another purse, I'm sure your husband would say, "Sure, honey, buy another purse."
Well, yeah,
And make sure it's a Coach.
that's right. Coach.
Oh, I don't know if we have to be brand specific. Criminy. First podcast, things are going crazy. Living radio. Blind living radio, Danielle.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
We'll be right back after a word from Industries for the Blind, Milwaukee, the official sponsor of Blind Living Radio. Blind Living Radio is brought to you by Industries for the Blind, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, providing employment opportunities for blind professionals since 1952. Learn more at ibmilw.com.
Welcome back to Blind Living Radio. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Harley.
And we've got Katina in the studio, too.
Hi.
Hi, Katina. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Katina. So before the break, we were talking about my saga with the Android phone.
The phablet.
The phablet, which didn't end up working. And part of it was that Apple has had an accessibility initiative since their devices launched, where Android, there's a lot of third-party apps and software developers and things like that. And long story short, I went back to the iPhone. I lasted 18 days with the Android.
18 days.
That's it.
Not very long.
No, but the only thing I could do was text and answer my phone. I couldn't even check email. So
You should see her when she talked on the phone. I know Danielle's blind, but when she talked on that phone, I couldn't see her head.
Is it that big?
it's huge.
I haven't seen them.
It's imagine Michael Jordan's hands, and they'd be like twice that big almost.
Oh my god.
It's huge, and it's curved, which was one of the
That was cool.
features.
Though.
Yeah, that part was
Curvature
cool. But it just it didn't work. So Harley, what kind of phone do you use? Actually, we never asked you.
I use an Apple 5S.
Sassy.
So I have the iPhone 5S so that I can use my thumbprint instead of trying to type in things. Katina, do you have that?
That's actually why I got the Apple 5S, is because I love the little thumbprint. I have all my fingers.
That way I can
Program.
text and drive easier.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean, Harley, we're going to Apple so I can join the thumbprint crowd too after
We're going to go
work?
to Apple after work. I'll drive you over to the mall.
Yes, please.
Well, we are going shopping tomorrow.
We are, actually.
That is the plan.
Yeah. Going shopping, that's one thing that the Apple iPhone helps me do. I shop for my groceries on the phone.
You do? And
I
you're able
do.
to do that through voice commands? Or
Yeah, or VoiceOver just reads the screen, whatever's on the screen, and you can kind of flick through. There's different gestures than you would use without the VoiceOver.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like double tap on things or triple tap on things to add them to my cart. And oh man, I can get in trouble if I'm bored.
And for everyone in Blind Living Radio land, you should turn on your VoiceOver sometime and try to use it. It's extremely frustrating as a sighted person trying to use VoiceOver. Danielle laughs.
I do. It's fun to go.
I can imagine.
Yeah, well, and it's fun to go into the phone stores and turn VoiceOver on all of them and just walk away.
That's just downright mean.
Cruel.
I've been asked to help a couple folks here in the building have gotten lost, quote unquote, on their iPhones and said, Harley, can you bring us back? And it takes me a long time to finally get back to the home screen. It shouldn't be that
So
hard.
pushing the little button doesn't do it, I take it?
That does part of it. I think last time I was listening to REO Speedwagon.
Oh,
That's what she had on. And I had to
Everybody
find my
loves
way
REO
back.
Speedwagon.
I mean, it was fine listening to REO, but then we had to bring it back. Danielle.
so what is your favorite app on your phone, Katina?
My favorite app, well, I do a lot of the little gaming apps, so I have to. That is my guilty pleasure. A little Candy Crush. But my favorite, useful
Flappy
app
Bird.
is probably Shazam. Whenever I hear a song, I love to hit it, and get all the information, and download it.
Totally. Harley, favorite app?
I'm afraid to share my favorite app.
Favorite useful app, how about that?
I'm such a guy. Cartwheel. That's my favorite app.
Target.
I don't know what Cartwheel
Target
is.
Cartwheel. Oh, you can save $1 bazillion with Cartwheel.
I like to save $1 bazillion. What?
Doesn't it? You can scan items when you're actually in the store, and it'll tell you if there's a special discount code or special discount on that item as you shop Target. It could be 5%. It could be $5.
Wow.
Recently, I saved $80 using a Cartwheel app.
Wow.
I need to start using that.
Cartwheel.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know if it's accessible. I tried it before and it didn't work for me, which happens with a lot of apps, but
And my next favorite one would probably be my Google Plus app.
Google Plus.
Danielle, what are your thoughts on Google Plus being non-accessible as we've talked in the past?
It's sad because, Google Plus is becoming very mainstream, especially for work. You and I are colleagues, and I can't use Google Plus with you. I have to text you the old-fashioned way.
We can't even use Google Hangouts,
I know, and I like hanging out with you.
which is my favorite way to communicate with our folks that we work with, like Katina. Should we take a break from the sponsor?
Let's do it.
Blind Living Radio is brought to you by Industries for the Blind, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, providing employment opportunities for blind professionals since 1952. Learn more at ibmilw.com. Thanks for listening to and supporting Blind Living Radio. You can support Industries for the Blind by ordering any of our products from blind-made.com. That's blind-made.com. We thank you for supporting the Blind Living Radio and our sponsor, Industries for the Blind, creating upward mobility since 1952. Learn more at ibmilw.com.
Danielle, I think that's about all the time we're going to have for today.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Katina, for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
We're glad to have you, Katina. Thank you for all the good work you've done. And I think we've certainly learned a little bit about our sponsor, Industries for the Blind, today and some of the products that they offer our listening audience.
Exactly. Blind-made.com. Purchase a product and make a difference in somebody's life.